This conference will now be recorded.
So we'll be studying our next topic, that is work center. Okay. So the topics that we are going to cover there, we will see work center overview. We'll understand what is work center, maintenance work centers, what are maintenance work centers, we will see. Then creation of work center in the system, usage of the work center, where the work center is used, we'll understand. And we will see customization related to work centers. So these are the topics we will be covering in the work center. Okay. So first let's talk about introduction to work center. Okay. So work center usually represents one person or a department responsible for ensuring that the maintenance work in an order is executed by the work centers performing the individual operations. Okay. So basically work center is nothing but an individual person or a group of people responsible for maintenance activity. Okay, they are the technicians basically. Work centers are nothing but a individual technician or a group of technicians responsible for the maintenance work, maintenance activity. They are the ones who does the repair activity or maintenance activity. Okay, it specifies where operations can be carried out and who do so. Okay, work center data forms the basis for costing, capacity, and targeted calculation. This I will show it in the system. Okay, you use work centers to define which machine or personnel should be used for the operations. But normally in our PM, the work center is nothing but the technicians, a single technician or a group of technicians. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so in the organization you have the technicians who does the repair activity. They can be a electrical work, mechanical work, civil work. So all these are called as work centers. So like welders, metalworking, mechanical related work. So those are called as work centers. Okay. So basically the main functions of using the work center is, first is the data which is maintained in the work center that will be used in the task list or in the maintenance order. When we go to task list topic, that time we will see this task list and maintenance order. And the data maintained in the work center is used for the cost calculation to calculate your repair cost, maintenance cost. So to calculate that, they will use the information in the work center, and also for scheduling activity. So your maintenance activity completion time. So to do that, to do the scheduling and the capacity planning, they will use the information maintained in the work center. So basically the data in the work center is used in maintenance orders, cost calculation, and the scheduling activity, scheduling and capacity planning activities. Okay. Now we will create the work centers in the system. Okay. So the data in the work center normally is maintained in these sections: basic data section, tab, default values tab, capacities tab, scheduling tab, and costing tab, and personal data. So in the basic data tab, you maintain the work center name, description, okay, and other information. And in the default values, you maintain the control key and other info. Capacities, in the capacities tab, you maintain the capacity relevant information. I will show you this in the system. In the scheduling, you maintain the scheduling relevant information. And in the costing tab, you maintain the cost center and the activity type. We will see this in the system. Okay. So now let's go to the system and we'll create the work center. So what I will do is, the day we discuss, let's say I am a mechanical planner. Okay, I am a mechanical planner. Under me, I have 15 technicians. Okay, I'm a mechanical planner. Under me, 15 technicians are there, out of which 5 people will do regular maintenance. Regular maintenance. Okay, and another 4 people will do breakdown maintenance. they will do breakdown maintenance. Okay, and the remaining 6 people will do the preventive maintenance. This we discussed on that previous day. Okay, the remaining 6 people will do the preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance. Okay, so I will call these 5 people as one work center 1. These 4 people as one work center 2, and these 6 people work center 3. So these 5 people are 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 considered as a one work center. They are responsible for regular maintenance, mechanical regular maintenance. So I will give the coding pattern like this. Let's say I'm working for Maruti Automobiles, MA hyphen mechanical ME hyphen 0. This is the coding pattern I will follow. Okay, naming convention. Okay, so now we will create this as a work center in the system. So to create the work centers, the T codes are to create the T code is IR01, change it is IR02, okay, and display it is IR03. These are the T codes. Okay, so now let's log into the system and we will create the work center. Okay. Okay, so I logged onto the system. This is a S4 HANA system. This is a S4 HANA system. Okay, so I'll show you the navigation part. Open, go to logistics, go to plant maintenance. Okay, go to management of technical objects. Okay, and here you have environment. Okay, go to that environment. Okay, open the environment, and here you see there is a work center. Okay, okay, now open the work center, and then here work center, create IR01. That is what I explained. Okay, IR01. IR01 is for creation, IR02 is for change, IR03 is for display. So normally in SAP, any master data creation, normally the decode format will be like this: XX01, change XX02, and display normally XX03. This is the decode naming convention. Okay. So now let's create, double click on it, IR0. We get like this, create work center. Okay, I am creating my work center in the plant 1710. I will be using during this training the plant 1710. Okay, so enter the plant. You can select from the list also. You can select from here, but if you know the plant code, you can enter directly 1710. Now give the work center. This is what I am creating 5 people as one work center. This is the one. So I'll create this as work center. Okay, enter the code, and then work center category. So work center category, what type of work center it is. Okay, so if you click on the list, here you have some work center category. Normally in PM you will be using 0005 plant maintenance. Other categories are used in other modules. So just by default, just use 0005 plant maintenance. Okay, if you don't enter the work center category, system will not allow you to create the work center. Suppose if I, without entering category, if I try to create, if I try to go further, it will not allow. Okay, so to create the work center category is mandatory. Okay, so now 0005 plan maintenance, enter. Now you got the tabs which I just showed you. You see here basic data, default values, capacities, scheduling, costing, all those things. The one which I showed you. The one which I showed you. Okay. So now give the description. Okay. Regular mechanical maintenance. Mechanical maintenance. So this is the description. This is the work center code and this is the description. Okay, category, we gave it on the initial screen. Person responsible. Who is the person responsible for this work center, for these people? Select from the list. Okay, here. Plant maintenance mechanical supervisor. YMM, you see here, he is a person. Okay, now usage, where this work center is going to be used. Okay, as of now, you just enter only maintenance task list. Okay, what is this task list and all, you will understand when we go to this topic here that time you will understand. As of now, just enter 004, select the one which is showing here, only maintenance task list, select that. Okay, and leave the remaining fields blank. Backflash, shift node type, all these things they are used in other modules, so just keep them blank. And also standard value key, this is used in PP module, so here you just enter SAP 0, no standard values, enter. So we have completed the data in the basic data. Now go to default values. Okay, here enter the control key. So what is control key? Control key will tell you whether these people, our internal labor, internal technicians, or external technicians, or who are they basically. So if you go to the list, click on the list, here you have some control keys. So here if you see PM01, plan maintenance internal. Okay, just enter PM01. Suppose if you are creating a work center with external people, external labor, external technicians, then you can use PM02, plan maintenance external. Okay, but as of now, I am creating our organization technicians as a work center. So select PM0, double click. Okay, now enter. Now keep remaining all these things blank. These are used in other modules, so they are not relevant for us. Just keep them blank. Now go to the capacities tab. Okay, here in the plant maintenance module, the capacity category is used is labor by default, only one labor, that is person, 002. You see, whereas the other categories, machine, all those things are used in other modules. For us, the only because person, because our activity is involved with labor only. Okay, enter. The moment you enter, it will take you to the capacity header. So this is very important. I will explain here. So here, enter the capacity responsible. Okay, who is the person responsible? Let's say I'll enter planner group here. Okay, now how the capacity is going to be measured. Okay, capacity is going to be measured in hours. Enter hours. HR means hours. You can select from the list, of course, hours. Okay, now this is the most important thing, standard available capacity. Okay, so let's say you are technicians, so we are creating these 5 people as a work center, correct? These 5 technicians, so every day they come in the morning 9 o'clock. Okay, and then they go to home in the evening 6 o'clock, 18 hours. Okay, and let's say in between they take some break. They are not going to work continuously from 9 to 18 hours, right? In between, let's say they take 15 minutes for tea break around 10:30, let's say 10:30, let's say, and then let's say they go for lunch around 12:30 to 1, 30 minutes they will take a break. Okay, again in the evening, let's say they take some break around 4 to 4:15, tea, some snacks, so 15 minutes, let's say. So overall they take 1 hour break. So they are going to work from 9 to 6, from morning 9 to 6. In between, they are going to take a break of 1 hour. So that you need to enter here. So start time is morning 9 o'clock. End time, evening 6 o'clock, 18 hours. And there is a length of break, that is 1 hour. Okay, now capacity utilization. Are they going, are we going to use them 100% full time? If say, then enter 100. Okay, then number of individual capacities, how many persons? We are creating 5 people as one work center. So here you enter number of individual capacity as 5. So the moment you enter as 5, what system does is 9 to 18 hours. How many hours? How many hours totally? Enter here. Okay, again I will go. So totally 9 hours. There is a break of 1 hour. So time is 8 hours. For one person, it is 8 hours. So 5 people are there. 5 into 8, 40 hours. So per day, for regular maintenance, for regular mechanical maintenance, the capacity available is 40 hours. The capacity available is 40 hours. Okay, 8 multiplied by 5. Per person, they can work 8 hours. Totally 5 persons. So 8 multiplied by 5, 40 hours per day. So this is how the available capacity is maintained. Okay. Now I want to identify who are those 5 people. Okay. So we are saying here 5 technicians are created as one work center. Who are those people? So to identify, here you see there is a button, HRMS, HR assignment. So we are here. So in the plant maintenance work center, in the PM work center, in the capacities tab, there will be HR assignment tab. In this, you can assign the persons, provided you have HR module in place. HR module in place. Okay, so in the HR module, they will create personnel as a person. If that is available, you can link them. You can identify those 5 people. Okay, so if you see here, you see there is a button, HRMS, HR assignment. Click on that button. Once you click on that, you will get this screen. Okay, put the cursor here on the person folder. Okay, open the folder person, put the cursor on the person folder and click on the button create assignment. But I am not sure in this system any persons are available. Let's see. Some persons are available. Okay, these are already created. Let's try to assign. Let's see. I'll assign one person, Clark Lisa. Okay, see, it's assigned. So those persons you can assign here. Okay, so I'll create one more assignment. Okay, can we take multiple at one time? Anderson, Nicole, Green. How many we need? 4, right? 1, 2. Let's try to do assignment. Okay. Okay. Now see, I identified those 5 people. So this HR assignment can be done. You can identify who are those 5 people. You can assign that. But for this, the prerequisite is HR module should be in place. In the HR module, all these people are created as persons. Okay, done. Now go back. So we have maintained the data in the capacities tab. Okay, so now go back. Now you need to enter the formula, capacity calculation. I will enter this formula. Okay, I'll explain you this formula later point of time when I go to scheduling. Now go to scheduling. Here our capacity category is by default 002%. In plant maintenance, this is the default. Okay, now duration, you have to maintain the formula. This is the formula SAP 004. You are basically repair time. Repair time. If you click on I button, this is the one. Repair time, other formula. It's a constant. So that you need to maintain here. After that, you need to maintain this location group, standard queue time. All these things are used in other modules. Just keep them blank. Now our work dimension is time. We are going to measure our work in time, and our work unit is HR, hours. So this you need to maintain. Now go to costing. Okay, here you have to maintain the cost relevant information. Here you need to maintain the cost center. So this cost center will be created by the FIT. Finance team will create, they will provide it to you. Okay, so that cost center you need to enter. So all the repair cost finally will be settled to this cost center. Okay, at the month end, all the maintenance orders, maintenance work done, all those costs, maintenance costs will be settled to this cost center. So this cost center will be created by the finance team. So they will provide it to you. You need to assign that. Enter. Okay. Or let me just wait. Let me use company code. Wait, I'll enter a plan maintenance one. Maintenance. Let me enter this one. Plan maintenance. This one. I will enter this one. Huh? Plant and maintenance. So this is a cost center. This is the cost center. This will be created by the finance team. Okay. Now scroll down. Here you need to maintain the activity type. So what is this activity type means? In this activity type, they will maintain a rate. So suppose, let's say your labor is working. So ultimately, when the labor is working, you need to make the payment to them. Okay. So let's say per hour, let's say for 1 hour, you are going to make the payment of let's say 30, let's say 1000 INR per hour. Let's say, let's say. So if he works 8 hours per day, just I'm giving example 8,000. Okay, or let's say you are making a payment of 500 INR per hour. Okay, so 8 hours if he works, his per day is 4,000. Okay, INR. So this per hour rate, this rate they will maintain in this activity type. Okay, there is activity type. You see personal hours. Enter that, and here you have to maintain the formula. So the formula is again this one. That means this formula means if he works 8 hours, then the formula is 8. This 8 hours multiplied by per hour rate. Per hour rate is 500, 4,000. So that formula is nothing but this one. So this is the SAP 00. Done. So in this activity type, they will maintain this rate. This per hour rate they maintain. The finance people will maintain. This is an activity type. Activity type. Okay. When we go to the settlement, I will show you that time where they will maintain this. They will maintain in a transaction called KB26. KB26. There they will maintain. Okay. So that is the one. So once all the data is entered, just save the work center. On the top there is a button save. Just save it. Okay. So work center is created. So this is how the work centers are created. These work centers are ultimately used in your next master data like functional location, equipment. They will use it. So once you create this, if you want to change, go to work center, change. Let's say I want to change some information. Go to change mode, IR02, enter. Then if you want to change some information, you can change it here. You can change it here. Okay. And IR03 is just display where you can see the information. You will not be able to change it. Okay. Suppose if I go to display, enter. So here you can see only the everything is grayed out. You cannot change anything here. You cannot edit or modify anything here because we are in display mode. Display work center. We are here. Okay. So this is the work center. Okay. So now we will I'll create the remaining two. I'll create the remaining two. So let us go to create again. I'll create the next one, 02. Okay, now when you are creating a work center, you have the option of copying from the existing work center. So let's say already we have created a work center, right? ME hyphen 01. Okay, so now just enter. We are just copying the data to save the time. Okay, now it will ask which tabs. Select the tab, basic data, default values, capacities, scheduling, and costing. Technology is not required. Just click on the button, copy. Okay, now all the data will get copied. Here I'll create the next one. What is the next one? Make breakdown mechanical maintenance. Breakdown mechanical maintenance. Remaining all the data is already copied. Okay, and here you can go and assign the other people. Okay, because the persons will be different, right? You can assign it, and here the number of people is 4, right? Here the number of people is 4, so change this to 4. So 4 plus 8, it will calculate 32 hours for breakdown maintenance. Okay, We will be using these work centers in our subsequent sessions. Okay, now go back, scheduling, that's okay, costing, all the data got copied. Now save it. I will create the next one. I'll copy again from the existing one, enter, select the tabs. You can create from scratch or you can copy from the existing one. Copy. Okay, now I'll create the last one, preventive mechanical maintenance. Preventive mechanical maintenance. Okay, done, all the data entered. Here in the capacities tab, to go to header, you need to double click on it. Just double click here. For how many people? For the preventive maintenance, it is 6 people, 6 technicians. So here enter 6, number of individuals. So 6 8s, it will calculate 48 hours per day. This is per day capacity available for preventive maintenance. Change the description. Okay, done. Go back. All the data got copied. Now save it. So this is how you will create the work center. So totally we created 3 work centers in the system. Okay. So now we will talk about configuration. Backend configuration we will discuss. So basically when you are creating the work centers, you have these ones: work center category, field selection, screen sequence, and also you have default work center. Okay, so work center category means when you are creating a work center, here we are entering the category, right? So let's say test 1, 2, 3. Okay, or I will do one thing. I'll keep this session open. I'll open one more session. So when we are creating the work center, okay, here the category we are using, right? So these categories will come from configuration. Okay, so now I will show you the configuration. Okay, so to go to configuration, the T code first you need to enter SPRO. Okay, this is the one now. SPRO. SPRO. Okay, enter that SPRO. Enter. Okay, here you have a button called SAP reference IMG. You need to click on that button. So after that, you need to go to IMG implementation guide. Okay, click on this one. The moment you click on this one, you will get this. Now scroll down. You need to go to plant maintenance and customer service. Open this. Okay, here. Maintenance plans, work centers, task list, PRTs. Open this. Here you go. Work centers. Open this. General data. Open this here. Define work centers types and link to task list application. Open this. Here you see these are the categories: machine, labor, plant maintenance. This is the category. This is the category we used. Okay, so if you want, if at all you want to create a new category, you can click on new entries and you can create a new category. Here you have to assign the field selection and screen sequence. I'll explain. Okay, now once you select, once you have the category, on the left side there is a folder, application. Double click. So the work centers which are created with this category can be used only in these task list applications. That application you have to enter. First one is a maintenance task list. So that is the one. Okay. So now that means what I'm trying to show here is these categories. These categories will come from here. Come from here. You see, the one which we used is this one. This is the work center category. Next one is the field selection. Field selection means this one. Define field selection. Field selection means here. Suppose when you are creating the work center, suppose let's say here you see the usage is mandatory. It's a mandatory field. See usage. If you see description, I will enter test. You see usage is mandatory, but person responsible is not mandatory. Okay, suppose I'm entering some value in the usage, but without entering any value in person responsible, I can go to next tab. That means in the basic data, usage is mandatory. You see, usage is mandatory. So which field you want to make it mandatory, which field you want to make it optional, those are done in the field selection. Field selection. So I'll show you field selection here. You see, again I will go back in the configuration, define field selection, go there. Here you see there is a basic data tab. Double click. Okay. Here you will maintain. Here you will maintain. Okay. So as of now, input means all are optional only. Required means mandatory. Required means mandatory. These are all fields. Backflash, efficiency rate, location. All these are fields. These are the fields. These are the fields. Okay. And input means optional. Required, if you make it required, it will be a mandatory. Display means it will be grayed out. Hide means it will not show. Hide means that field will not get displayed, and highlight means that field will get highlighted. Okay, so maybe influencing, they might have done contents. Plan maintenance. See, in the plan maintenance one, they made this as a hide field. That's okay. Oh, which one we used? Usage, right? Usage here also. Okay, let us make everything hide. Optional. Go back. Contents. What is the usage we are using? 004, right? Required. Okay. Contents, that's okay. Okay. So what you can do is, suppose let's say I want to make this person responsible also as a mandatory field. Okay. So what you can do here, you see person responsible. Make this as a required field. Now it will become mandatory field. Okay. Now let's say I don't want this. What do you call shift note time? I don't want this shift note time. Okay. Shift note type is not there here. That's okay. Let's say I don't want this backflash. So make this hide. Okay. And now you see I'll make this, I'll save the changes. Okay. And now you see, let's see the changes. Let's try to start again. IR01. Okay. Work center category is 0005, right? Okay. Now see, now person responsible also has become mandate. You see, this is having that indicator, and that backflash indicator is not showing. That backflash field is not showing because I made it hide. So like this, you can make the settings wherever you want, but don't disturb the standard SAP settings. Let make all optional. Okay. Now again back to the settings. So input means mandate option. Required means mandatory field. Display means it will be grayed out. You will not be able to maintain any value. I'll show you this also. Suppose let's say person responsible. Now I'll make it display. Okay. Now if I save it, now you see, if you go start again freshly, IR01. Okay. Now you see person responsible is grayed out. You cannot enter anything over there. Okay. So like this, you can make the settings. Client will ask, I don't want this field. I want this field to be made mandatory. Then all those things you have to do it over here. Field selection. Okay. But don't change standard SAP settings in the system, especially in the training systems. Okay. Now the next one is screen sequence. Okay. Screen sequence, this one. Configure screen sequence for work center. So if you go there, work center category, for my work center category 0005. So these are the screens, basic data, defaults, and these are the ones. Okay. Normally you will be using the standard SAP screens. Basically here we are talking about this one, basic data, default values, defaults. Okay. Capacities, scheduling, costing, technology, these ones. these ones. Okay, these are the screens basically. Okay, now the next one is the last one is the default work center. So normally you can create a dummy work center to save the time. Okay, so I'll show you. Here you see, here you have create default work center. Okay, so here you have to create default dummy work center for plant and work center category combination. So here I'll just maintain basic data. So here I'll maintain person responsible as YMM and usage as what you call all task list types. This is what I maintain. Only I'm maintaining default work center for basic data. So let me take a screenshot of this. Okay, I'll take a screenshot of this. Now, whenever you create a new work center, okay, so basically we maintain the default work center for plant and work center category combination. Work center category combination. Category. So what is a work center category? 0004. For this combination, I am creating a default work center. This is the plant. This is a work center category. So these are the ones I maintained. Now you see, I'll save this. Okay. Now when I try to create a work center, new work center, you see, it will save your time basically. IR01. Okay. So now I'm creating this one with this category because we maintained for this category. This plant and with this work center category, I maintained default work center, dummy work center in the configuration. So now you see, the moment I enter, what do you observe? There is a message. Values were set from the default work center, and you see, person responsible has come automatically, usage has come automatically. You see, those have come automatically. It will save your time. Instead of entering every time manually, you can make them default, and from there you can change them. If you want, you can override them. That is what called default work center. Okay. So with this, we have completed the work center topic.